Where would you move? I don't think I'd want to move. I mean, I want to go places, but to be somewhere, I don't know. It might be kind of neat to just be nomad. I'm interested in other countries. Other countries are cool, but other countries speak different languages. All those people were raised differently, and I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's different. It more than likely could be better. Like they were raised more wholesomely, more well-rounded than Americans are raised. Sounds like you might be talking bad about people, like they're bad people in America. They're not. I don't think people are bad. I think that everybody is like a social creature. Even the people that want to be alone or still wanting to be alone. I mean, if they're truly alone, then you don't know about them, and those aren't really like a person. You know, but people that want to be alone around other people. Private, I guess, is the word. They're interacting. That's the way they interact. It's like when I say you do or you like this flavor of this, and all the other flavors are racist and horrible and mean. Well, you're choosing one of the sides in that thing, and it's not separate. It's part of the choices that you have in the thing. And sure, it's not like you made them. Well, you made the choice. These things. Why is the dog? I'm not really 100% worried about me and Yuki. I worry about that guy behind us. He's so slow and old. Yeah. I said this to Eric. I've said it to a lot of people, and I'm not like, you need to do this. I'm just saying something that I think I would enjoy. Get yourself a motorhome, something that fits you. Could be a van, could be a motorhome, could be a motorcycle, could be anything you want. And go travel. Don't stay in any place. And people are talking about like food this and food that. I would say that if you were some kind of journalist where you kept track of the things that you were doing and then got them out there somehow, like it's a story. I still come around that corner and I see that bush. It's a big old moose. It gives me an alert every time. Every time I come around that corner. So here, there used to be a tower here. There's big cement blocks. There's one over there. And there's gotta be some over there too. And they held up the tower. Anyways, I'd just go around. I think America would be the place that I started. I mean, super interested in other places. And I guess you could, if you had funding, like what I was just saying, you know, make videos and people watched them and you got paid. It would be supporting the system. You would be, you know, giving it worth. But we are already, so you'd just be enjoying yourself more. But I mean, maybe you wouldn't enjoy yourself that way. I guess Eric wants to be in one place. And I think Eric's younger than me. And it's like this thing that we've been sold our whole lives. And I think even in Thailand, he sold this. He didn't sell it. Well, I guess you sell it yourself too. Like I said, through your participation. Is the family dream? You know, we gotta have a family. And a this and a that, and I guess you could bring your family along on the road, and you and your wife and your little kid and this and that. But I don't want to play that game. Kids are great, I guess. Are they? I don't know. Do you want to hang out with kids? No, I don't. I don't want to hang out with no fucking kids. There is a rewarding sense of going back to the early days and living through them and remembering the fucking easy decisions or the maybe even hard decisions, but just the background, the building blocks of something's life. I'd hope that I would be a positive influence on everything. I don't want to be the thing that it hates. I would do a good job, but I don't want it. I don't want it to be there all the time. I don't want to be responsible for what it becomes, for the things that I put into it, you know? It's not me. How you can't make it receive things the way that you want it to receive them. You receive the things that you receive the way that you do it because of who you are, and even the same you, just in a separate life, almost identical, but just different decisions could have been made, leading to other decisions. It would be you'd be a different person. If you just even lived your same fucking life over again, you'd be a different person. Everybody is different. And your experience here is intertwined with other differences. But do the other differences even have to be a thing? They're things that we allow into our experience. I don't know. But what I've seen is everything keeps moving. Nothing is going to stop. Ever. It's never gonna stop. It doesn't stop. You're gonna be you tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day. if you never wake up again, then you'll never fucking know it. You'll never know. You'll never know when you don't wake up again. So this is all there is. You, what you are. You can change yourself. You're a boy and you can change yourself into a girl. Not totally, but you can pretend and live your little life like a girl. What does that mean? Being dependent on other people for certain things and this and that. Well, even being a guy is dependent on people for certain things and this and that. What? I make these videos. Nobody watches them. Very few people, very few people even talk to me. Most of the time it's, you see, I want some input back about the things that I say, but, you know, I don't want it to be scripted, but, you know, I want it to be what I want it to be, you know. Sometimes it's fun to even, like, you go somewhere knowingly that other people have different views. Kind of like an instigator. I go through YouTube and I start watching stuff that's interesting ideas, and then they come at me with the planet bullshit and this and that, and I always leave a comment. Always. It's not a planet. Do you know that, or are you just stupid? You know, those type of things. Man, butt's itching. I don't know. Eric's a smart guy and he's learning a whole new language for the place that he's gonna go live. Is that interesting or what? I'm not confident in any other language besides English. I think everybody knows different words. Like a word or a language dictionary where they have the two different languages. You can use that. It's not easy, but you can use it. When I went to Thailand, I had a talking dictionary. Google is like a talking dictionary now. They didn't have Google like that when I was in Thailand. So I bought like a little device. But it's different. I'm married to somebody from Thailand. They live in the world that I live in. And they think about things. And when you got all this time with somebody else, you get to find out what they think about this and what they think about that. And They're different. They're different than us. They're different than me. I'm different than you. It might be exciting and fun, enlightening. But what I'm getting at is, I think about living in Thailand. He's done it. To me, it just seems like you would be so removed. How you don't think the way that they think. They think differently. But then again, everybody thinks differently. But it's just so not similar the way that they were brought up. You know, they went to school. You went to school. But it's totally different. It's totally different. You'd be alone, like here. I'm so different than everybody else. I'm around everyone every day. I'm around all these people, but I'm alone. I'm me in this thing. It's weird when I think about things like, I guess like a child, how there's somebody looking out for me, you know? Like, oh, he'll make mistakes, but we got his back. We'll have to suffer and maybe even punish him or whatever, but we'll get him through this. But there's not anybody like that. There's nobody like that. You're on your fucking own. And we're making all these deals to, I won't kill you, you don't kill me. It could be taken back at any moment. So, I guess life is like, even if you don't want to admit it, it's you do to other people what you expect is going to be done to you. People, or you want to have done to you. People want to get help when they need help. So I guess you have to help people when they need help. Does everybody feel like they want to help someone? Do you feel like you get help? What if the help is just not killing you and taking all your stuff? I'm gonna help you out. I'm not gonna rob you and murder you, eat your body. You think about like an animal. If you were to kill another person, you'd get possessions and meat. People are like, oh, I don't eat people, that's gross. But you eat everything else. I bet you the dog would say, the funny thing is keeping all his stuff. I understand eating him, but why the fuck do you keep his collar? His chew toy. Why would you want that? Is it to remember the dog you defeated? You know, I'm mixing things up here a little bit, but... And we'd be like, killing somebody to take their stuff. and not eating them. The animals are the opposite. They don't want your stuff, they just want to eat you. Do you think animals have fights over, well, they have fights over territory with resources of things to eat, but I like that area because it's got the green flowers, the blue flowers. So we gotta we gotta fight because I want that spot. Well, I don't know where I'd move. I wouldn't move anywhere. I'd move into a motorhome. I personally would like one of them 6x6 military truck type things, and a little tiny house on the back of it. Go around and eat the forest. Or maybe even have stuff that you, like if I had a little thing like that, I think what I'd do is microgreens. Get yourself going with the microgreens and some dogs up there. Whose poop was it? Can you imagine, or can you believe that people come out here with their dogs and they put the poop in a little plastic bag and then leave it on the trail? If you want to take the poop home with you, you know, that's poop. Just fucking step on it. I wouldn't step on dog poop, but not fresh stuff anyways. They want to take the poop home with them. Put it in the landfill because it's so good. Put the plastic bag in the landfill so that the dog poop doesn't go outside in nature. You don't want dog poop mixing with moose poop, bear poop, squirrel poop, duck poop, bird poop. You know, you don't want that. Enough things already poop in the woods. You want your dog poop in a plastic bag. Oh, well, if there's so many people, then we'd have too many dogs and there'd be too much poop. Oh, well. I guess that means we're not supposed to live like this. So jam-packed. Come on. Those little guys over there picking up the garbage. Where do you think he'll move? I want to do a guess. saw a lot of people say Vietnam, and I don't think so. I think he's going to Korea or China. Did he say it was Asia? Maybe he's going to Russia. Isn't that weird? You know, people think about Asia. Oh, Asia, Asia, Asia. But Asia's Russia. Egypt's Africa. You know? Oh no, it's Egypt. No, it's not. Okay, whatever. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I mean, America is in a horrible state, but this is where I started, so I mean, I'm not really and I don't mean it like he is, just I would see it as quitting. I don't know. If I'm okay with quitting, I'm okay with quitting. But like, if somebody else was to say that I was quitting, my ego probably wouldn't let me hear that too well. Mountains, we're surrounded by mountains. When you go live somewhere else, I live somewhere else. You don't think anything about those, but when they're not there, you feel like you're naked, like you're exposed. I didn't really enjoy being away from the mountains. Mountains are everywhere, but not in this sense. There's probably even places in Alaska where I wouldn't feel like it was right, because I mean, look, there's mountains everywhere. I think Eric should have came here. But oh well, he was talking about Maine having problems with the thing. See, I agree. If you want to be an Indian, then you're going to need somewhere temperate like that. And actually, Indians moved around, so, you know, you're not going to live anywhere for very long. You'll have spots that you go back to, so I don't know. Maybe that's more like my idea. In the Indian, like, you could do that in a different country. It'd be more exciting, I guess. I don't know. I doubt anybody will watch this, but if you did, maybe tell me something. Tell me I'm stupid. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Whatever.